Speaking of which, go vote in the real LGAs. Remember, you can nominate stuff from this very stream. Speaking of...
Yeah? What do you want?
Listen. Audits between us and the juiciest excavation site I ever seen is a couple of moles and a leggy deer. Sorry, getting a hold of myself. You see these shredders? State of the art in the art of maiming and killing. They keep getting stuck in holes. Listen, I'm as ecologically conscientious as the next goblin, but these moles have got to go. I'm going to need you to get these hardheads a hard time. If you see my crew, help them out, won't you?
Be careful out there.
Watch your step. I ain't coming to haul you out.
Time is money, friend.
Hey, pal, what's it going to take to let me get you to leave me alone, huh? How about a trip? Our trip. I told Boss Sparkshot I would man the worksite's resorts. Yeah, that I would man the resort's front desk for a bit. Gotta take my place. It's just the usual paper pushing busy work. Check credentials, keep an eye for corporate sabotage, call in the occasional airstrike, etc. etc. He's already fallen back asleep. I am ready to perform my duties. Take my money. This is an interesting one. Can you break at 20? Oh my god, they're all just bribing me to get in. They're all just bribing me. What's Sandfall? Oh god, I feel very stupid. What's Sandfall? Okay. Okay. I am happy for them, for what it's worth. I have also kind of mentally decided I'm just going to go ahead and let the Expedition 33 run get pushed to the top of the list. Because, and I'm going to be as absolutely nice about this as I can, I'm tired of stressing over it. I just want to get it over with. Aw, it doesn't count if they're not OHL members. Yeah, these guys are just piling it up. It's okay, they're just paying me in, oh god, what's the goblin currency that isn't gold? Yeah, time to make like a plunger and blow this popsicle stand. Or pineapple stand, sorry. Was it doubloons? No, it was macaroons. It was macaroons, that was it. I did see the Disney news, and it's extremely bad. Not regular bad, extremely bad. All that news did was shove the bubble bursting out another several months.
What's up? Keep it real.
Like, it's injecting a bunch of money into the system, which doesn't need to be there. And Disney's already a hell of a real estate moat. Seriously, look up where Disney makes its money. Spoilers, it's real estate. They also make a lot of money with their law firm. No, seriously. It's another one that just kind of weirded me out when I learned about that. Yeah, I'm good kind of walking away from Disney for a while. It's impossible to do completely, but I'm going to deliberately not, like, you know, subscribe to Disney Plus or buy any particular Disney products or watch any Disney movies or whatever. It won't matter. Again, they don't really make money off of that kind of thing, but, you know, screw them. A Warcraft-based animal as a pet in real life. An eel! I'm joking, I'm joking. Nobody would pick that. A Kodo. That's, yeah, actually. Honestly, a fairy dragon is my first thought. My torso's fine. My torso's fine. I come with a built-in spinner. Nice, Smoke. I'm glad it's working. I mean, Evian would work, I'm just saying. And it would be it would be like the best Eevee from a stat perspective. Like the actual best.
What's the word on the street?
Yeah, you should have sent them Skirian. There's only one teensy little thing left between us and all those beautiful resources.
Don't be a stranger.
You ever heard of a deep strata before? Well, this one sure ain't happened to see us. Made quick work of the shredders that made it past the moles. Real shame, those pilots are going to have to work overtime to pay off the damages. Yeah, if someone would take care of it and bring back some proof, well, I'm sure it'll be a nice payday.
Keep it real.
Look out for the hooves. Saw it punch clean through a shredder. Griffins are badass, but that's not a pet at that point. That's a partner. And that's a different question. For me. Yeah, there's a reason there's an entire subclass of Dwarven culture centered around being a partner with a Griffin. You gotta earn that, because they do not put up with crap.
I've seen you around here before.
What did you do? I did your quest, lady.
Glad I could help.
This is bad, real bad. You'd think killing someone would make it less dangerous. We're getting stomped.
Catch you on the flip side.
It's gonna ruin everything. Who wants to visit a resort with a 30-foot tall ghost deer? Okay, no need to panic. It's probably just a little miffed. You took its skull. First, you gotta get rid of some of these slimes. Then get that skull out of here. The farther, the better. Oh man, they're gonna get ectoplasm in the hot pools.
Have a good one.
You live in a setting where Type 2 undeath is a regular feature. Most of what we're seeing is not new to me, Ross, but some of it is. However, nothing we're doing today will be new to me. Keep a grip on that skull. You're going long. What are you doing? Ah! Okay. Yeah, I've played Secret of Mana. I know how this works. We're fine, of course. Did we just resurrect the damn thing? I think we did. Well, No hard feelings, right? Right.
What's up?
Ooh, that was close. This whole thing has really taught me to value the beauty of nature. Really had you going there, didn't I? Still, I think I'll leave the abyssal excavation alone for a little while.
Keep your ear to the ground.
That was fun. Let's never do that again. Okay. So let's go ahead and scooch the main plot forward a little bit. This toll booth has to be...
I gotta reward the effort. Look at him.
So, yeah, we actually mentioned this yesterday. Renzik, who is a major character in this story arc, is not voiced. I said I'd talk about this today, and now it's today. If there is, I must have already done it as Mirror Star, because I didn't see it. So, Renzik is, he's not voiced. He's been voiced before, and he is a major character in this plotline. This is weird, because everyone else is voiced, even much smaller characters than him. So, here's the deal. Blizzard has never actually come out and explained what the hell is going on with this. So we have only reverse engineering and speculation to figure out what the hell's going on with this. Now, I did a not insubstantial deep dive on trying to figure out what the crap was happening with this. And what I came up with is, I have no idea. This is just one of those, huh? Moments. So let's look at the evidence very briefly. So first of all, there was a voice acting strike that was going on while this was happening. Okay, so it's entirely possible that he wasn't voiced because he was part of the strike. That makes perfect sense until you think about it for more than 5 seconds, because everyone else is voiced, including other people who are not only members of the voice acting guild who were participating in the strike, but people who actually called for the strike and are in charge of organizing it. So, huh? Now, maybe they had an individual contract, but actually, if you go back and check, Blizzard was one of the first 5 companies to do a blanket acceptance of the terms of the voice acting guild strike. It was like news. They were one of the first people to say, "Done, we accept your terms," and just accepted it. So there was no real need for any individual voice actors, even on an individual basis, to do it. Yeah, Blizzard had reached a blanket agreement. That's the point I keep reaching. This wasn't like individual contracts. Blizzard just said, "Done. We accept your terms. Let's get back to work." And they did it almost immediately, like within a week of the strike being announced. So, okay. So that's not it. Then some people had dug into the code a little bit, and they found that there were a few files for Renzik, audio files. Those audio files were clearly garbled and glitchy and not really usable as audio files. Now, that could mean a lot of things. It's possible those are placeholder files to be replaced by an actual audio file later. It's possible something went bad in the patch process. But the thing is, if those voice files were corrupted, the odds of them not keeping the originals is extremely low. That is standard operating procedure for any company that does regular voice work like Blizzard does. So, that's already weird. And if they really had this issue, they could have just brought the dude back into the booth, because one person doing one role is not that expensive. They would have had to recompensate him from time. Here's like $1,000. Let's go. Put him in the booth for 2 hours and done, right? Re-recording those lines would not have been a big ask. I know I talk a lot about how voice direction and editing is the real cost of voice acting, but again, that's when you're considering a cast of 50 people doing lines across a 60-hour game. One dude doing one set of lines for one quest chain is not a big ask, but they didn't. So the files may or may not have been corrupted. They could have fixed them with the originals if they existed. They could have just brought him back into the booth, or into the booth to begin with. He definitely wasn't part of... He was one of the strikers, but he had an open agreement to work with Blizzard, just like all the others. And this is... And there's no answers here, is what I'm trying to summarize. Because Yeah, Blizzard has had no issues recasting. They have done this repeatedly. They have recast multiple times with the same characters. So why? Now, Uthor's theory is that Renzik was written into this last minute by Metzen. Now, because of how production cycles work, it is possible that that would explain why Renzik has no voice lines at launch. Problem. It is relatively easy, especially since those files are still there. The triggers for the audio files are still in the scripts for these scenes, to just slot the files in and be good. Again, it is not that big of an ask to bring the dude into the office and have him voice the lines for one character for one quest chain. But they didn't. Why? And once again, yes, I did Zekdef. Once again, I didn't actually see it though. To use a comparison point, Guild Wars 2, who didn't have a deal with the Voice Actors Guild, had many characters, major characters, who were not voiced in their most recent, at the time, expansion, the expansion previous to the current one. What they did was once the strike was over, they brought those actors in to voice their lines. So why is Renzik still silent? This is aggravating and negative worthy, but the reason I'm hammering this point so hard is because more than anything, it's just weird. Yeah, yes, we did the Orwena thing. We're done. Moving on.
What needs fixing?
Alright, so, speaking of Gazlo. The toll booth? You gotta be kidding me. I guess you can make money off of anything.
All parts accounted for.
Lots of these wakers are headed down to the venture camp just down the road. What's a great first stop for information? We'll pay the toll booth fee. Best way to just play around for now.
We just want to visit the mining camp.
You ain't going nowhere till you pay. What now? You got a problem?
Why are you letting some people in without paying? Oh, they got Dark Fuse work badges. We don't upset Dark Fuse enforcement. Blackwater's got a good thing going on here. The boss man ain't picking on us. We ain't gonna upset the apple cart. Alright, I want to haggle. I love to haggle, but today's price is set. We're still setting up coupons and deals. Okay, cool.
Back to it.
Here. This should cover us.
All paid. Move along.
Yeah, I do actually have a goblin, I think, somewhere. God, do I? I'm not sure if I have a goblin character anymore. No, I do. Arum Dumia. Prologue. Manager's deflecting. See, his workers know while we distract him. Okay.
What you got?
Come to blame me for the wall, too? I inventory the explosives. I don't decide where they go. I'm sorry, what happened here? Hey, our job's to get things done, not ask a bunch of questions. Some order came in to blow up the wall, so we did it. Somebody sent a bogus work order, it's not on us. Alright, thanks for the intro.
Yeah. Somebody wanted a hole in the wall. I don't know who, but it sure wasn't the Dark Fuse.
Okay.
What's in the mix?
What can you tell me about the Dark Fuse? Dark Fuse enforcement of the security and overseers for this outfit, so they think they can push everyone around. And they can. I'm here to track work hours for the Venture team. Pure admin gig. So if you excuse me, I had to get back to work. I just want to finish my contract and bring my cash back to pay rent and Undermine.
I just handle the paperwork and try to stay off the Dark Fuse radar.
What you got?
Oh yeah. Obviously negative to music for jazz. There's this venture company mining operation, but now the cartels are getting their hands into things. Best jobs are up north. Jobs in the south of the West, I heard. The southern work sites, workers just disappear. And hazard pay is only an added 10%. It's awful.
This is bad. But at least I'm not in the South Mines.
What now?
Can you tell me about the different cartels? Sure. Okay, so the cartels are big groups that focus on specific areas of business. There's 4 major cartels in Undermine: Steam Weedle, Venture Company, Blackwater, and Bilgewater. Darkfuse is new. They don't seem like a proper cartel. Darkfuse seems more like Gallowix's personal enforcers to me. Hang on, I just had a random thought. Is the cinematic before this? Because I think it's actually after this. But I don't have a specific memory of when it triggers. And it's a really good cinematic. Not the one with Rowena. Nobody cares about Rowena. The intro to Undermine. The board meeting. Okay. So, who are Bilgewater? That's the Bilgewater Trade Prince right now. Sorry, I can't read. I'm the Bilgewater Trade Prince right now, so that's the cartel I know the most. Most folks know us as the Engineers, masters of all things that go boom. That's pretty accurate, honestly. Bilgewater had a tough time of things. Jaster Gallowix was the Trade Prince just before me. Thrall asked me to take over after Gallowix abandoned the cartel and the Horde. See, Gallowix made some bad deals and didn't want to stick around when the bill came due. Yep. Fresh reminder, Gallowix is almost assuredly based off of Bobby Kotick. What about Blackwater? Yeah, the Blackwater cartel's led by Baron Revelgas. He was the Baron of Booty Bay, vanilla character. The leader of the Blackwater Raiders when they were pirates. As a trade prince in the Blackwater cartel focusing on trade and shipping. Has to do with travel, he's your crew. He's a decent guy, though, if you don't mind the piracy thing. Alright, what about Venture? So, if you remember, one of the big things that was a thing for most of WoW's history was almost every race had a bad guy faction. Now, as far back as WoW Vanilla, there was a bad guy faction of goblins. Even though goblins weren't playable, there were still plenty of neutral or friendly goblins throughout the game. So we have to have a bad guy faction. That was Venture Company. Almost every single quest where you had to kill goblins, it was Venture Company. That was in Stranglethorn, that was in Mulgore, that was in Tannerus, etc., right? It was very common. So the fact that Venture Company is here was interesting to some of us. Venture Company is a cartel that prizes profit over everything else. They're mostly into lumber or any other natural resources they could find. If they can dig it up or cut it down, they're going to make money off of it. Their drilling and cutting gear ain't half bad either. I don't know who their lead is right now. It was Mogul Razdank, but not anymore. Not after Motherlode. Yeah, by the way, we killed the crap out of a lot of Venture Company during BFA. That's what he's referencing right there. Who are the Steam Weedle? Well, the Steam Weedle cartel is where I used to work. You see them at Gadgets On, Mudsprocket, Ratchet, everywhere. They've done everything. These days they're known for alchemy, potions, and poison. Selling the best product they can make. Marin Noggenfager, a friend of mine, took over as a trade prince a while back. He's known for his Noggenfager elixirs. Yeah, von Falkenstein. Yeah! I didn't realize we were watching the Divinity trailer until, like, it got to the monument, and I'm just like, wait, what? This is the new Larian game? Okay. So, yeah, Marin, he's got nothing to do with the Uncrowned. Don't you worry about them. Marin Noggenfager is another character that goes back to Vanilla. He was a random quest mob, actually. Just another NPC. But he sold a unique... There's a little bit of history here, so forgive me for going into this. He sold an item... Dude, I hope it's a great game, D20. I always hope it's a great game. He sold an item that allowed you to randomly change yourself into some other cosmetic. And it was the only item like that in Vanilla. And some of those items were actually useful. So, like, you turn into skeleton form, which gave you underwater breathing, and there was, like... oh, God, I don't remember all of them now. I don't remember them all. But it was a way to, like, cosmetify your character all the way back in Warcraft Vanilla. So that was new, that was unique, that was interesting. Like my sister here.
It was nice.
So... So, you could,
You see? Well, I guess you might have probably already seen it.
I mean, I did, yeah. Hello. Yeah, the shrink. That was it. The shrink one
Why
was
don't
a
you have
big.
the lights on?
I actually do.
That one is not.
I know. I'm experimenting a bit.
Which
Anyways.
is why I asked, because
Oh, sorry. Forgive me. The answer to your question is
that one is
experimenting a
really
bit.
close to the ceiling, so I could tell that it was not on.
Yeah. So all of these elixirs were things. The point is, because they were such a rare thing in vanilla, everyone bought them, right? So players would dump literal piles of gold onto Noggenfogger, getting his Noggenfogger elixirs. Now, the devs decided to run with that, which was actually really cool, I thought. So when Cataclysm came around, Noggenfogger had used the sales of his elixirs to bankroll taking over Gadgets on, I think. Oh god, the one in Tanner's. Oh my god, I still can't think of the name of it. That's gonna bother me. Oh god, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Click world. You can just click
There we go.
to get out of it. You don't have to right click to go
It
back.
is Gadgets on. I was right. Okay, so Gadgets on. Yeah, it was a great way to explain his rise to power, and then they just kind of kept... He was very much the Varrock Sorrowfang, right? He was just a quest turn-in guy, and he turned into a character because a lot of players knew who he was, because a lot of players interacted with him, right? For those of you who don't remember, Varrock, back in the day, was just the guy that you turned in Onyxia's head to if you happen to be a Horde character. That's it. That's it, right? So, anyways... Noggenfogger was turned into a character in Cataclysm, and because he was such a fun character, they kind of kept having him come back. And he's poked his head in periodically since then, the most obvious time being in Legion. Any rogue playing during Legion had Noggenfogger as a fairly major NPC as part of the Uncrowned. Yeah, Varrock started off as a meme because of the Ultra Cleave. Anyway, sorry. Moving on. So, can members of cartels change cartels? Yeah, I used to work for Steam Weedle back in the day. I try and treat my folks fair, but sometimes you get a better deal from the other cartels. Oh, and when the day comes, we always try to win them back.
Yep, looks like we've got work.
Gazlo is too good for these people. I'm just saying. I have heard... So, can I just say something, by the way? You want to hear the dumbest complaint I've heard about Undermine? It's that Gazlo is too good of a person. Not a character, by the way. That's irrelevant. He is too good aligned. Anyways. Yeah, I was going to say, it's doubly stupid because... Tom borrows the car. Because Gazlo has been legit literally since Warcraft 3. By the way... Gazlo predates WoW. A lot of these characters for the goblins actually go back a very long ways. I think the most recent one, let me double check my thoughts on that. Yeah, is Gallywix. Gallywix showed up in Cata. So I think Gallywix is our most recent of the major goblin characters here. Which is funny to think about, because Cata was a while ago. Anyways.
Nice jet.
Maybe whoever wanted that wall blown up also wants our attention here. We should dig deeper.
Bilgewater is on the job. Get out there and get to it.
Bigger and more dangerous than Opportunity Point. These south mines sound real bad. Even if you have a high tolerance for bad working conditions. What are they mining? Something is worth big money. We need to check it out. I'll head past the big dock fuse camp with Renzik. Stealth mode. Make a big distraction for us, will you? I'm sure you can slow down production while you're over there.
Do us proud. You got a problem?
Yeah, I've been having an add-on issue recently. I'm this close to just turning the add-on off. So maybe someone in chat can help me. Anybody use Plater? Yeah, no kidding, Carol, I know. Gazlo is one of the oldest goblin characters that exists. Obviously, goblins go back to Warcraft 2, but there wasn't like a goblin character who had a personality and like lines of dialogue and something there. Gazlo is one of the very first. Again, going all the way back to Warcraft 3, and he's always been legit, so... Ah, gotcha, Guthor. Anyways, so if anybody uses Plater, Magister apparently does, I logged into my sister's account recently, accidentally left on all add-ons, and it overwrote all my settings for Plater. Just Plater, nothing else. Now, I have since reset everything on Plater. However, I can't find anything that I want to make it work the way that I want it to. So, for example,
Your path leads you deep, stranger.
that weird selection thing when I select someone, it's not showing their health bar, for example, even though I want it to. It's also a weird font. I'm not sure how to fix that. Oh, is Plater one of the ones getting axed? Oh, that sucks. I like Plater. I don't use weak auras, so that's whatever to me, but ugh. I have already answered it, Ect. It's coming out in 2 years. Ask me again in 2 years. I guess I could just pull the Band-Aid off right here on camera. Doing it live. That sucks.
Speak to
Well, at least I can see their frickin' health bars now when I select them.
What's the holdup?
Maybe I can actually see. So the other issues I was having, there were no names whatsoever in parties or groups, which was really frustrating me. And this is a big one for me personally. It wasn't coloring people properly when I was in a party with them. To explain that briefly, let's say I'm here with like 15 other players, and I'm grouped with, Huthor over here. Huthor's name would be a different color to indicate I'm grouped with Huthor. So it was very easy to pick out of a crowd instantly, oh, yeah, Huthor's right over there. Boop. But that wasn't working. And I wasn't saying names at all. Not just nameplates, I wasn't saying names. It was very frustrating. I know, Ross. It's like, guys, I don't care. Like, I'm sorry, can I rant about this for a very, very brief second? Gnomes are interested in the science. Goblins are interested in the result, Aurelia. I know I'm unusual about this. I do. I get that. So this is like this is a pet peeve. This is a private thing, which I'm not going to push onto other people too much. But I can't stand when something is announced too far in advance. My immediate reaction is just to immediately not care, right? Even if it's something I would care about. If they say, Final Fantasy VI proper remake, and also it's awesome, coming in 2030, the knee-jerk reaction I'm going to have to that is to just mentally shove it out of my brain, because it's 4 years from now. I don't care. It's not coming out for 4 years, which is a long freaking time. Even 1 year is almost on the outside of my thing. Oh, of course they do it to build hype. It doesn't work for me, personally. No, actually, the real reason they announced that stuff? I'm dead serious. This is not hyperbole, this is not opinion. The actual reason they will do those announcements is for shareholders. It's to show that they're working on something. That's it. So, they have... If they're going to do something like, say, we're working on a new Kingdom Hearts game, they're doing that so that the shareholders know that the company is working on something in that IP. That IP is being tapped. Leave us alone. It's common. Movies do this, shows do this. Sometimes this happens with authors and books, for God's sakes. Yeah, I'm working on a book. So, yeah, that's why Bethesda was like, we're working on Elder Scrolls 6. They weren't. We know they weren't. They have admitted they weren't working on Elder Scrolls 6. They didn't even start work on Elder Scrolls 6 until they had already finished the patch cycle after Starfield came out. But no, we're totally working on Elder Scrolls 6. Wink. As a reminder, they announced that before Fallout 76 came out. Anyways, but it irritates the crap out of me. Now Ross asked a valid question. My ideal window is much shorter than other people's. So let me give you two answers to this question. There's the one that I care about personally, like just for me, like if it was just my decision, and then taking other people into account, right? So, the me version, I'd say about a week. No, I'm not joking. That's me being generous, because I actually prefer when the announcement window is today. If they announced, this is not a joke, if they announced that Mega Man 12 was coming out today, guys, we're pausing the WoW run. No, you get it. I'd be all over that. I would be super happy, super excited. Can't wait to play it. Hype generated. Let's freaking go. But I understand, I do, that that's not viable. I do get that. So I've actually put real thought into this. And in my opinion, somewhere between 6 to 9 months is ideal. Above 9 months, it kind of starts to tip a bit, right? So like further out from 9 months is worse in a pretty linear line. But also before 6 months is worse in the opposite direction, because not everyone just has money lying around in a bucket of budget specifically designed for dropping on games for their show that they do for a living, like I do. And I understand that. People have to allocate that $70 or whatever to make that game happen, and that takes time. I also have a show to plan, that's true. So, like, I understand that people need time, and they need some build-up, and there needs to be a little bit of time for the marketing buzz to get cycled, and people want to waste money on ad revenue and all kinds of other dumb reasons. So, somewhere about 6 to 9 months, that 3-month range. I have not been sleeping well this week. That's ideal right there. 6 months is plenty of time to start a buzz cycle, get some information out there, get word out to normies who aren't already in the know or aren't watching the news, and also to allow people to have enough time to get hyped or excited or interested in a game without allowing that to then deflate because it's taken too long.
You have found me.
I notice you aren't hiding as much, Orwena. Probably not, Aurelia. You never know, though. I tried to honor my people's traditions, but the visions and stopping the black blood come first. Well, yeah. What do you think of all this chaos? I'm glad Gazlo and Renzik are here. I'm used to working at a greater distance from people, and they seem to thrive in this environment. Hey, you notice Orwena has just been quietly in the background this whole time. She's there. Just, you know, being that one person at the party who's sitting in the corner not interacting with everyone. You know that person in the party, right? Judgmental stare. I'm kidding. You can go hide in the corner. It's fine. I don't care. I'm the person out here chatting with everybody.
The world watch over you.
What riches are they mining out of the earth? Could this be digging related to my visions? Surely these goblins would not be finding something value in something like black blood. Let's take a closer look. Together we will gain insight into their operation.
Wild guide you will. I fear I know what they are digging up. Let us be sure.
How are you gonna... Okay. You know one of my favorite features of Plater? I liked how... First of all, I liked how it looked. But second of all... Damn it, Uthor. I liked how it would show nice little bits of info on the health bar, right? So I could see what relevant buffs they had. I could see what relevant debuffs they had. Only specific ones, usually like my own stuff. And it was a really good way to keep track of cast bars, too. You know, that stuff that's currently above their name right there. Like I said, I'll get used to it. I'm just kind of sad to lose the functionality. Or maybe not lose it. Who knows? I know his ass. If Plated is just a purely cosmetic thing, I still might go for that at some point. I do like me some cosmetics. Yeah, I saw that.
Of whoever brought down that wall. The goblin who brings me the culprit gets a promotion and a corner office at the Galagio.
Oh no, I really hope they don't get rid of Arcud. I don't think Arcud's even maintained anymore. Oh no. If there's one add-on I don't want to lose, that's it. Arcud is how I play this game. That's my health and my mana bar and my combo bar. Oh, that's gonna suck. I'm gonna be playing blind. Yeah, the archived author doesn't play the game anymore. KOTOR I have negative interest in. Actual negative interest, to be clear. Yeah, that's the problem, KOTOR. Nobody's maintaining Arca that I'm aware of. We might get someone who is able to update it for whatever changes they're putting in. Like, all of that stuff is open source. It's Lua, right? Because I have no Face of the Dead. Okay, so I gave all this list before. So all of this is going to be me repeating myself. So I'm going to give you a very truncated version, because I don't like repeating myself, okay? Also, I just noticed quest mobs are no longer colored differently. That's very strange. So, it's a spiritual successor, not a direct successor. That's expected. They showed no gameplay at all, which is an automatic ding in my book. I was almost going to ding Total Warhammer 40k for that, and then they actually showed some gameplay. So, spiritual successor, no gameplay, no idea what it is, other than the fact that it has something to do with the Old Republic. Very sketchy and cagey about who exactly is working on it, and their big marketing push is that it's being done by Casey Hudson, which is already a problem. And then there's the fact that I can't stand Casey Hudson because he's a failure of a writer and a producer and director. That's 6 dings in a row.
I'm on it.
These crates used to leak even more than they do now.
Done.
What?
Need some help?
This is black blood. They must be bringing it from the south.
No, Jarvis. No thoughts. Shut it, Bozo. Do you want to have to deal with that? I don't want that paperwork. It's all good, Act. I don't like repeating myself, but I have to do it constantly for my show, so it's all I'm gonna understand. I'm just explaining why I was giving you like a 5-second answer instead of like a 5-minute answer. Yes, the Harnier. That is correct, Evo. You.
Who's your pal?
Great to see you. I'm Zerto. I specialize in getting people what they need. Welcome to my shipping desk. How can I help you? Yeah, I want to learn more about the process here.
Meet me by the south gate, friend. I'll clock out and clue you in.
Really? That's incredibly suspicious.
That seems more like what I saw in my vision.
Listen, we need more trolls in Warcraft. We've only got... let's see. Regular trolls, NLRA trolls, Night Elves, Blood Elves, and Void Elves. We need more. Yeah, this rando is voiced. Renzik isn't. Huh? I hate to keep hammering that point, but that's why it's just so strange.
Over here! We get things done.
I guess I didn't have trouble snooping in the camp. I guess I just look like any of the Bilgewater workers. They really are repressed. It's depressing.
Oh, it's lonely at the top.
So what'd you find?
Nice jet.
So-
Now get a move on.
So Gallywix is controlling the Dark Fuse directly, and he wants to know who worked against him. We could have an ally out here. That's a big clue.
Do us proud.
I should probably go do this other quest that I was going to do up here. These employees are being worked to death based on these time cards.
Let me just clock out over here. So let's get what you need, huh? I accept gold as a tip. You know, if my info's useful.
Seriously, Zerto is voiced. And if you're asking, who's Zerto? Then yeah, exactly. Just to be blunt about that. Oh my god, look, Evo. Look at it. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's leaving. No, come back, come back. Yes or no? Is that not a pet I can capture? I don't see it. Is this seriously not a pet we can capture? I'm so confused by that. I know it's a beast, I know it's an animal, but like, look at its model. Surely there's a pet based on that model, right? Luthor, I've got a job for you. For the cuteness, you have to see if any pet uses the same model as the fluttering glow mite. Because that is super duper cute. Okay. Oh my god. Assassin's Armored Creed Core Call 8. Ace Combat. There it is. Ace Combat 8. I hate it. I hate the acronym AC. I cannot not stumble over it at this point in my life. I can't. There's just too many. There's just too many. Huge thumbs up. Online co-op? Yes. Alternating current? Yes. New Ace Combat game? Yes. 100%. Let's do it. I'm down. Ace Combat was first. When did Ace Combat 1 come out? Because I think you're right. Now I'm curious. Let's see. Armored Core was 97. Asheron's Call was 98. Assassin's Creed that's in the aughts. Ace Combat, hang on. Was 95, yeah. Wow, that's way back. Oh, if we're counting the arcade game, that's actually 93. Holy schmoly. That's really funny to me, because I've never even heard of Ace Combat until we played 7. Yes, really. That was my first Ace Combat game. That was 2019, by the way. Anyways. I have played that randomizer, Ross. And gotten soft-locked in it, because I wasn't very programmed when I played it. Anyways.
So, your path leads you here.
My vision suggests there's more to the south. We should move on soon. Does this goblin have more information? Oh, this is actually good gear. Holy crap.
I saw the black blood in my visions, but not all of that machinery.
How's about a tour?
I accept gold.
I ain't done nothing.
So, you're new here, right? I can tell by your questions. Don't worry, Zudo's your best pal. I give you a personalized tour. Gutterville, the venture company town, is just south down the road. It'll be informative and interactive. You can't ask for a better experience. Trust me.
You owe me.
You don't mind if I charge by the minute, do you? I'm just kidding. We could chat about some kind of payment in Gutterville. Assuming you enjoy the tour.
I got your back. Hey.
This guy's just stalling.
Fine. He's there, though. Show us what you got.
Sure thing, boss. This way.
So, they did a short story about Renzik before this, which is, by the way, good.
On your left, Venture's new Mark 78 Black Blood Extractor. Woo! Give it a whirl.
Alright, let's hop into the Black Blood Extractor here.
Imagine how much black blood that baby has dug up. Am I right? Oh, it's low on cooling. Everybody move!
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, you know, that happens a lot. Let's go to the town.
That happens a lot. Yeah, no. The Renzik short story is legit. I'm not going to read it. Don't ask me to. But I bring it up because Renzik is not exactly a minor character. He's actually been around for a long time. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's been around at least since Kata. I don't remember if he was pre-Kata, but I know he's been around since Kata. And he's usually just a little side NPC. He was in Legion as well, consequently. He also is You know the kind of person who's like really, really good at killing, but isn't like an actually horrible person that's just the world they grew up in? That's Renzik. There's a reason his nickname is the Shiv.
I ain't done nothing. You owe me. Okay, let's go.
Zerdo, wait. Oh, Wayna, are you okay?
What have they done? I must have a closer look.
That's right. You're right. He was there with the rogues.
The roots brought us both here.
The land aches underfoot. These pipes carry black blood north in a massive volume. Yeah, look at those pipes, by the way. I've never seen this land become infected this rapidly. Clear away the rot. Maybe we could save it yet. I'll go after the structures. Point out the weak points. I will focus your assault.
Let nature take its... Follow me. We will stop this atrocity. Nature rejects you.
So, as a quick reminder, for those of you who don't remember, black blood is, liquefied, what do you call it when organic material is rotting? There's actually a specific term for that. But yeah, this is liquefied that of old god corpses. Sludge. There's like a medical term for when a biological matter has undergone necrosis and has started to putrefy, right? Did they ever specify which old god? No, but the impression I always got was that it's just old gods, right? Probably Yogg Saron, especially because he had his tentacles in more than anywhere else. But still, yeah, like this is just old god necrofied goop. And if you know anything about what old gods are, then yeah, this is pretty much concentrated physical corruption. Yeah, I was going to say, I know they refer to old gods when it comes to talking about this stuff. What is she doing? I'm sorry, hang on. Now it's like slough, that's it, yeah. This is sloughed off old god corpses that have undergone putrefaction. That is exactly what this is. It is exactly as bad as it sounds. And we'll learn more about why they're harvesting black blood in a bit. Okay, so now I've gotten rid of all the nameplates all the time. How do I make it so I can see them in combat? Because I want to see them in combat. I also don't have my aggro indicators. Ah, I've lost everything. Damn you, not Adpocalypse. Modpocalypse. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend getting in that. Yeah, harvesting this is already a bad idea, regardless of what it can do.
There are more.
But you can with add-ons, Uthor. Okay, how about this? Surely there's something that allows me to show aggro on a plate, right? On a nameplate, right? Right? This sucks. But that's okay. For those of you not aware, Plater has a thing that changes the color of the health bar based on current aggro status, which, by the way, is a godsend for a tank. Being able to immediately and instantly tell what's aggro to you just by glancing at the colors is very useful. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. Ah, I can't lose Arcud, though. That's even worse. What about Bartender? Are we keeping Bartender? Like, if I had to list my must-haves, it would be Z-Pearl, Bartender, Arcud, and Elcanos. Those 4, I more or less can't live without. I can't play this game without those 4 add-ons. Everything else is a degree of usefulness, but those 4 are mandatory.
Thank you.
Anyways, let's go join the Verdigris Knights. Think you brave? Been looking for brave, but not find much. Not sure you count. Look like Tenderfoot who run home to Granny a scraped knee. How about you find a way to prove it? You hit me as hard as you can. Try kill me. If I not dead, then I get kill you later. Not look like it take more than 1 chop for you. Deal?
Bring back stock.
Okay. Good hit. Not good enough. Talk to Arthur and his knights. They appreciate bravery. Remember deal. I find you later. Yeah, what's up, Luthor? What's going on? How are things? What's going on? Everything's cool. Everything's cool. You seriously haven't done this question? Oh, great, great. No! Bartender, why? What about Z-Pearl? I really don't want to lose Z-Pearl. I've been using X-Pearl. Actually, I think I've been using Pearl, was the first one, since forever ago. And by forever ago, I mean it was literally a vanilla add-on. So here's the Knights of the Brown Table as Miristar. There's Arthur, Marline, Walkmay, and of course Gullhead.
Hey, you give that.
Sound like should have hit him harder. Always going on about knights not being brave enough.
Time for shot.
By the way, if you're wondering why he's called Gullhead,
Stand up to big things.
see what's on his head? Doesn't seem to be moving.
Hey, we friends, okay?
You come to Campalot to pledge fealty? Become Knight of Brown Table? Not have luck of Tenderfoot, but even bravest knights start as squire. Earn spurs, learn humility. Prove you have learned it in same way. See what you can do to help around the castle. Might be good example to other squires.
Remember, be helpful.
So that's 2 out of 4. What about Elcanos? Which, I don't know how to spell that. Hang on. There it is. Elkano. Elcanos buff bars. Polish some treasure. Fix this armor. That's just someone's got a fork, Bartender. It is. I don't think it's the most used add-on, but it's got to be up there, right? Hang on. Let's Details is probably the most used add-on. Is Details gonna work? Oh my god, why not? Okay, here we go. So I actually have a list here of the most downloaded add-ons and most used add-ons. We've got Deadly Boss Mods at the very top, followed by Details, followed by Auctionator, followed by Weak Auras, Rare Scanner, Bagnon, Leatrix, Plater, Tom Tom. Oh god, are we losing Tom Tom? Handy notes. All the things. That's another one. There's bartender. Pretty high up there. Oh god, I just realized I'm gonna hate doing world quests if I don't have world quest tracker.
Nice weapons. Don't kill me.
You said don't kill you, but you said it too slowly.
Don't take candle. Yes, I strong.
All I know is the launch of Midnight's gonna suck. Now here's the real question. And I mean this, that no jokes, no memes, no nothing. How do we review the add-on Apocalypse? Yeah, I mean, we could just remove positives for mod support. This game has been given quite a few mod support at positives, and we might just remove several of those.
I'm hungry.
Good job. Remember, lesson in humility.
Bad things away.
Not bad for Squire, but you worthy of knighthood?
Know something.
Can tell you not new to questing. Felled many beasts in your time, am sure, like good knight must. Grease Bad Baden, king of giant slimes, lair nearby. Perfect chance to prove valor to court. Has giant fork jammed in head. Can't miss. You know what to do.
Be nice to kobolds.
Have earned spurs, now time to use them. Slimes run off with joust dummies, but that just make them moving targets. Better practice. Mount noble mole steed by gate. Get eye with lance, ride down slime. Important skill for any knight, yes?
Remember, be helpful.
You may or may not notice that the only add-on I haven't mentioned that I'm sad about losing is DBM, because that's honestly a little bit whatever. I got this. Twonk. Oh my god. Why are there... Oh god. We're dueling with black blood slimes. That's true. We must fight the void in the name of the kobolds. I've been meaning to ask off the deeper end, why can't you? What's the impediment? It really does have a giant pitchfork in its slime head thing. I wonder if it could still play it. I know that WoW has slowly been getting better in terms of graphics over the years, which means the requirements have been going up. But, this game has been known for being the game you could play on a potato for all of its existence. In fact, one of the funny things... There's a lot of reasons that contributed to why WoW took off back in vanilla. One of those reasons is it was less graphically intensive, and therefore required less hardware. than any of its contemporaries which predated it. Which translates directly into accessibility.
Nice weapons.
Return triumphant. Valor stick to you like reek of old grease. He pauses and sniffs you gingerly. Whoa! That's a lot of valor.
Be nice to kobolds.
Thanks. Lance just like Boyle. Could hear pop from here. We make good night yet.
Stand up to big things.
Not all quests about strength of arm. Some about fetch stuff.
Hey, we friends, okay?
An RTX 4090? Hold on. Hang on. Pillar Snow. How dare you not use add-ons? Okay, there we go. How'd I do? That's a laptop, right? Off the deeper end? I think. Maybe. Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm strong.
Okay, there it is. Boop. So, let's see here. That's a pretty nice card, actually. So that's rated at about 27,000, right? Who would ban you for that? So 27,000. That can't be right. Are you making fun of me off the deeper end? Just be honest about it. It's okay. I'm not mad. Like, that card is only 2 years old. In fact... Yeah, so my card's a 38,000. Now, you probably think that's much better. Yeah, I have the 4th best card on the market. But, like, that's not that big of a jump up, and my card is really expensive. Thanks again for that, Valerian. So, like, no, your card's better than the card I had before this one. I don't know what you're on or who told you that, but they were lying to you.
Find more shinies.
Holy Grail, one of the best relics. Lost for a long time. Very old, very powerful. Would mean a lot if could find. Set you on grand quest to search for Holy Grail. Try start with Fish Can. He old as dirt. Might know something. Seek him by pools to northeast.
Keep bad things away.
Now, friend, we quest for Blade of Legend. Whoever pull from stone, it's stuck in destined for greatness. Only problem, it's very stuck in very big rock. No idea even how it got there, really. Come, we try you hand at fate.
Know something? Not my fault.
Alright, can we pull the shovel from the stone? Can we strike the earth? Let's do this. Ah! If you have a card from 2018, you do not have a 4090. Or sorry, a 3090. Sorry. Or, hang on. Whatever you just said you had. Yeah, no, it was a 4090. I'm right. 4090 didn't exist in 2018. Here, tell you what. Let's make this simple. Are you on your laptop right now? Because there's actually a way to check this just on your computer. I like how the final quest objective was pull shovel with knees, not with back. Okay, so go to your start menu and type in DXDIAG as one word. If someone could type that in chat, I'd appreciate it. DXDIAG. When you do that, it's going to pop up a menu, a big old thing. And when it does that, there's going to be a tab at the top called Display. In that tab, it will tell you exactly what model of GPU you've got. This quest is great. I like this quest.
Hey, you give that?
You look injured. Are you okay?
Finally, someone noticed. Ugh. Everyone too polite to ask if fish can't hurt. Stupid fish eat anything fit in mouth. Try me. Regret it. We'll be fine, but appreciate you ask.
Yeah. Can I heal you?
Hey, you!
So what do you know about the Holy Grail?
What, am Grail collector now?
Had one, but go missing one day. Kept my best worms in it. Imagine fish took. If you want, try them. Punch fish, catch fish, keep it find. I teach you to catch... No, I don't want to fish. Thanks. Yeah, it's the Holy Grail. Yeah, whoever wrote this quest chain obviously knew what they were doing. One of the things I do know about the Undermine, which we're not even at yet, by the way, was that they did something interesting. And that was they split up the workload amongst multiple people. And what that resulted in was a lot of detail. You could tell that different people from different walks of life were doing different things in different places. So, as a direct consequence of that, Undermine's amazing. Exactly. It's also very different tonally, which works for a city in general, but especially a city in Gabos. Oops.
I'm hungry. Got food?
Okay, a 2060 is a lot more valid to be concerned about. Let's see how well a 2060 rates. Still probably works, but let's at least check the damn thing. And that's the mobile version. There we go. There it is. That's actually still pretty decent. That's, depending on the exact model, that's anywhere from 14,000 to 16,000. Yeah, you should have no problems playing WoW on that, if you wanted to. I mean, Evo plays WoW on the 2060. Got Grail? It is indeed holy, impressively so even, with no chance of holding liquid whatsoever.
Find more shinies.
Even holier than remembered. More fish goo, too.
Stand up the big things.
Faded, dirt-encrusted letters are scratched into the blade. Pick up, throw away.
Remember, be helpful.
Stranger here looking for you. Something about deal? Stay true to word, new knight. Time to face axe.
Don't take candle.
I'm back, as promised. Hear you now. Brave knight. Ready to fulfill your end of oath? My turn strike you down.
Keep back.
Hang on. Let's get this magic sash of axe proofness. There we go. Okay, we're good. Ahem.
Hey, you give that.
We are now cheating at the test of honor.
Know something. Not my fault.
We kneel. Time has come to fulfill Try cheat, eh? No! He moited me. He moited me. Yes, off the deep end. Although upgrading a card in a laptop is a pain. If you know what you're doing, then ignore me. But I only mention it because not everyone does. He moited me. Because I cheated.
Hey, you.
Not blame for too much for try cheat. Still show up. Not nothing.
Be nice to kobolds.
There we go. Speak with King. You worthy enough. Not many are.
I hungry.
Shown great bravery, humility, honor. Would make good knight of Brown Table. Only task left now is most sacred. Beseech Lady of Lake for blessing. She will judge whether worthy or not. Lake in back of cave. More pond, really. But no tell her that. Puddle lady not have same ring.
Bring back snack.
Oh, and Marline healed us so we don't bleed all over the place. Lady of the Puddle is Miristar. Please, I beseech your favor, Lady of the Puddle. Oh, there's the Lady of the Lake, who's currently feasting on flesh. Is the debuff there. Giant piles of it. Oh my god, there's an unfortunate goblin down here, too. And a questing knight. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm trying to sway you either way off the I'm just trying to give information. If you want to play WoW, it's probably in reach. Brown Table. Yeah, this Cobus has been enjoying a feast. Emphasis on past tense. I'm sorry, what was the question on Falkenstein?
Yeah, I strong.
Only finest knights return with ladies pressing. Most get lost somehow. Not far, really, so bit odd. Still, you make great knight, be sure.
Know something. Not my fault.
Trials have been many, but you stick with. Beat all. Not too much complaining. I name you Sir Hordrunner, Knight of Brown Table, Protector of Campalot. Oh, right. We have Mass Effect at home. I know a lot of people are excited for it. I feel nothing. I don't want to sound negative because I don't like raining on people's parades, but I just looked at it like, okay. I'm not even negatively inclined towards it like I am some other games. There's just nothing there. I'm like, okay. It does not look interesting on any level to me. I mean, yeah, no kidding. It looked very generic, which, honestly, a lot of the games announced yesterday looked really generic. We were actually talking about that just last night, about the generic art styles, of which there are, like, 3 at this point. And a lot of those games fell into those three categories. It was like 3 hours, so. Yeah, as usual, they didn't show gameplay, which is an automatic no-no in my book.
It begins to falter.
So anyways, back to the Black Blood. Yes, blood, yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, I've been bored of Soulsborne's games for a few years at this point. Way too many people chasing that trend. Although we did see Neo 3, so... Thank you, Neozes. It's funny because my outfit's getting changed here, but I appreciate it. Why would you need level design in a Soulsborne game? That's just crazy.
Wait. Someone's coming.
Don't touch that! What are you doing?
The Black Blood. You have no idea. You have come far, stranger.
I mistrust any of the goblins responsible for this pipeline. Be cautious. And take a reward, because you probably need it. Let's take that one.
May you lend your song to hers.
What needs fixing?
What are you doing here? Sabotaging? I can understand that. Things are way out of hand. But if we explode this pipe here, it'll get even worse. Black blood everywhere. Maybe together we could come up with something real to do. Meet me in Gutterville. We'll talk more. Away from these awful slimes.
Off you go, then. It's dangerous here. We can talk more in town.
I've actually heard from multiple people that Neo is closer to, I think it was like Ninja Gaiden than it is to Soulsborne. Yeah, the name of this town is Gutterville. Oh.
Wow, look who it is.
Keep your voices down. Never seen so many spies in Gutterville.
Do what you gotta.
Thought we could talk here, but it feels tense. A venture company, but I don't recognize a bunch of them. What is, Gallowix sent out a bunch of workers who are sympathetic to him so they can spy on us. Clear out some of these turncoats. If anyone report to Overseer Gozik that we're working against the pipeline, he'll go after my people.
Will that do now?
Hey, and Gazla, what do you got?
Bilgewater on duty. All parts accounted for.
What information is Gallowix after here in the Gutterville? Let's see if some of these goblins will give us a hint. Start with any bilgewater we can find.
Bilgewater is on the job. Hold up. I see a goblin I know. Hey there, friend.
So, really quick, for those of you not paying attention, we've got a bunch of greedy turncoats, of course. We also have happy Blackwaters dancing, who are happy.
What brings you?
Don't talk to me. I'm trying to look happy so the snitches don't say I'm miserable. But there's no music. Doesn't that just go to show you? We're so happy we could dance without music.
Hurry back.
They have to keep dancing or else the snitches will think they're not happy. I can repeat that if I need to, because that is actually kind of horrific. Wow. Okay, moving on. Aw, even the pinches are depressed. Look at them. Hey, what's up?
My problem.
You're spying for Gelowix. I accuse you of being a demon. I'm reporting this. No. No, you aren't.
You looking for trouble?
Gelowix will pay big if I get rid of you. He probably would. Which is really funny, because that's a very Gelowix thing to do. He's the kind of supervillain who would want to get rid of Superman
Is that yours?
right as Superman's trying to save the world.
Next time.
Like, finally got rid of that loser. Okay, about that end of the world thing. Ah, shoot.
You looking for trouble?
By the way, little tidbit here for you, for anybody curious. One of the recurring themes we're going to see throughout this story arc is that a lot of these people are getting paid way too much to be loyal to Gelowix.
Looking for trouble?
That actually says two things in one neat package. First of all, Gelowix is so desperate to get anybody to work for him because everyone knows he's bad news that he has to splash. Otherwise, nobody would be with him.
This my problem?
So, actually, I guess that's the two things right there. Nobody likes him, and he is splashing in order to get anybody to work with him. So he is sufficiently desperate. It also means he, by definition, cannot maintain this, by the way. Yeah, his books are not doing great right now.
Oh, then it's business, is it?
More spies than I expected. It's hard to have faith in the venture company. We're not all like that.
And I was gonna chat all day.
Oh my god, I'm slowly getting the goblin suit. Look at me. Look at me. I can't wait to see what the full suit's gonna look like.
Which side you on?
Keep your voice down. Of course I recognize Gazlowe. We gotta keep this on the down low. So what's going on in Gutterville?
Can't talk now. Try old crazy Benny. He'll tell you some weird stuff, but he gets facts mixed in too.
Oh, sorry to put you on the spot. Thanks.
Yeah, Pamsy is literally the very first friendly venture company character. Like I mentioned before, the venture company were just bad guy faction. I think they stopped in Kata, but that's still 4 expansions of them just being the bad guy goblins. So.
You saw ghosts?
What you got?
What have you seen lately? He checks behind him on up the ceiling as if expecting ghosts to be up there. It isn't just goblins. There are weird ghosts spying on us too, all wrapped in bandages. Oh, really? Ghosts wrapped in bandages, huh? My uncle's niece's foreman saw some ghostly shape dematerialize. I saw one skulking around just yesterday, all sneaky-like, with a bandaged face. Plus, I think a pinch-pincher in on it. They've been trained by Gelowix. He makes pinching motions with his hands.
See ya.
Right.
Yours.
What are they trying to do? Gelowix is giving out big rewards for folks working against him, turning all the goblins against each other. Pamsy knows the truth. I think. Pamsy?
Yeah.
Look, this project is slowly killing my crew. Blowing up the wall was my cry for help.
Dun dun dun.
That was you? I knew you was worth something. I got a reward to collect. See ya, losers.
smoke. I can't see a thing.
So, I apologize. This is my fault, because I paused to go do the Knights of the Brown Table quest. Let me line that up in case you missed that. We came down here because someone blew open a giant hole in the wall, and nobody knew who did it or why. We came down here assuming it was Gallywix, but the first thing we find out is Gallywix is pissed that someone blew open that hole. Okay. While we're on our way in, we meet Zerto, remember that name, and he's like, yeah, I'll go ahead and give you some intel. Sure. And he basically takes a bribe so he can snitch for us. Sure. We finally get all the way in here, start to figure out that things are even worse than we thought because they're harvesting black blood, which, as a reminder, is the putrefied, liquefied remains of old gods. So that's cool. While we're down here, Pamsy admits she's the one who exploded the wall. Again, our good goblin, our good venture company person, because she did it specifically as a desperate cry for help to get anyone's attention, which it did. Here we are. Zerto then immediately reveals that he's actually working for Gallywix and rushes off to get a payday. That's where we're at. So there's your super quick, this is what we've been through. I apologize. I'll try to derail less. No, I'll do all the secondary quests for other stuff later. Let's stay on the MSQ for now.
I told you to use the manifold.
Hold on. Why'd you explode the wall? It's a big risk, but I was out of options. I couldn't get help from Undermine. They got their own problems. So I made some noise and hoped someone would care about this black blood. Looks like I was right. Alright.
Off you go, then.
Hope Renzik catches up with Zerto. Oh yeah, by the way, you probably missed it. Renzik chased right after Zerto. Renzik, the guy whose main primary trait and skill is killing people.
Oh, and I was gonna chat all day.
I got a team of engineers. All of them got families. They keep having horrible accidents and infections from the black blood. I couldn't stand another death. I opened the wall, wanted to bring us some hope. You show up. Yeah, by the way, congrats. You were trying to fish for some hope and you got a demigod. You show up and want to stop the black blood. It doesn't do anything good to stop the pipes. We got to get to the pump station. So my crew pumps. They're all at the same station. But we should hurry.
Will that do now? Help me save my folks from the dark fuse in this job, and I'll help you shut it all down.
We are aligned in purpose.
Oh, absolutely, Ismaster. Undermine is brilliantly written. You can tell they cooked on this. Oh, also, they haven't explained why they're harvesting black blood yet or what it's useful for. Don't worry, we'll get there. I don't want to preload too much.
My engineers. I thought if I just got them to Undermine.
Small but nice touch. Each of these engineers is named. Also, while we're here, I'm sorry, I did that a little bit too quickly. Let's just take a look at this operation for a second, yeah? So, first of all, here's the pipes. I know the scale, it's hard to get a feel for it because I'm on a giant dragon that's the size of a building. Look at the scale of this thing. These are the pipes just pulling out from the pumps. Now, the spot we were just at, let's get over here. There you go. Big, oh, first of all, I love the aesthetic. Let's just get that out of the way. Big ol' awesome pumps. There we go. Really, really big pumps. You see those specks down there? Those tiny little specks are people. Oh yeah, and this is the time where we can see that. This is, once again, brilliant framing by Blizzard. We start off up there, and if you're paying attention, it's mostly normal, except for like a couple of weird spots. By the time we get down here, we see just how bad the black blood problem is really getting. And yes, if you look over there, you just see empty space. Why do you ask? Yeah, void plus life equals Gluck. That's actually old lore. We've known about that for quite a while. The old gods themselves are basically void plus life. Because we've seen what void is, straight void. We'll be seeing it again, hopefully in a couple of days here.
Oh, then it's business, is it?
Can't believe it. Zerda must have told Overseer Gazik about me. It's a clear message to stop.
Do what you gotta.
This crew trusted me. They're my family. We gotta see if anyone survived. I have other engineers who ain't here. They must have fled into the fields. Razi, Keats, Glizza. Find them. Bring them home.
Will that do now? I won't let the Dark Fuse or Gallywix bully us. We're shutting this all down.
The horrors of the Black Blood cannot be underestimated. The strength of this
Give you a
place...
hand, Pansy. Buddy, save the rest of her crew.
Yeah, I got you, Gaslo. The strength of it in this place is causing my visions to feel distant, like odd whispers. Kill the manifestations of this rot before they get stronger.
Perhaps my visions are clouded. I need to clear my head.
Probably is Miristar. Gallywix is very sabotagey, in the sense that he's screwing over the goblin people, and honestly himself, because he is that short-sighted. So, he is absolutely the kind of person who would pull a crude, Stalinistic purge, because it would leave him in greater power. Also, notice that the music has stopped completely. We just have this weird creeping sound down here now. Small little detail. There's a mothling that is really, really attracted to this light for some reason.
You got a problem?
Pamsy sent me. Pump station safe.
You got it.
Headed back to the station.
Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. Unfortunately, it looked like I couldn't turn off the light. Yeah, try to think about how far down we are. We're actually pretty far down. We're not as far down as we could be. This is merely as far down as the Ringing Depth. So, like, for example, Ashkahet is even further down than this. Still. We're probably a bare minimum of at least a mile down at this point.
What? I'm working. I'll go check in with Pansy.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, try not to think about too much about what we're walking on right now. Wait, come back, come back, come back, no!
What you got?
Come here, come here.
You got a problem?
Get out of here.
Oh, thanks for saving me.
Ah, shoot. You made me act with a tentacle. Yeah. Yeah. This is probably a goblin rights violation. Even for goblins. Yes, there is the Under-Z. If you're wondering, by the way, if we go too far this way, to the void area, this happens. Yeah, don't do that.
You hail from above.
It would take much more to staunch these wounds. We must not tire.
Do not fear the dark.
We made some progress here while you were helping Pansy's engineers.
We have a plan.
There's Renzik. It starts with killing the Dark Fuse leader, Garzik. Pansy and I came up with an idea. Since we can't access the controls and we can't blow it up, what if we freeze it? Stay with me. Pansy mentioned a lot of the machines up north are overheating lately, because all the coolant's being used down south. It's even harder to get because the blood slimes eat it. What if we found all the coolant supply and dumped it into the pump station? Put the whole operation on ice and it'd take ages to fix.
Now, bring the coolant. We'll be ready for it.
One of the things I like most about Gazlowe, here, in this stuff, he's an engineer. No, seriously, like, it's actually well written, in my opinion, because all of his actions come from the same mentality. How do I fix the problem? Whether the problem is a pump station, or a dude who isn't giving them information, or a broken down chunk of whatever, or societal issues with a specific cartel, or whatever. He thinks like an engineer. Solution oriented.
Yo!
Where'd Zerto go? I was able to track his path down to the south, near some huge digging machines, but then I lost the trail.
Be good.
I followed Zerto's trail and I found an SCP work called Garzik Krogkane pushing around Woikas, talking about another lesson. Zerto must have snitched, but I need to confirm it. I think Garzik will have proof on him. Garzik could have given the orders, but looking at that bloody shredder and the marks on Pamsy's crew, I'm sure he got involved personally. You should do the same. Kill Garzik. Check on him for any sign that Zerto got word to him.
Keep it real.
You'll find him in the south by the huge drop-off. I'm not sure, Huthor. I was gonna save the delves to do them all in their own little bundle. You know why I like War Within? There's no need for this. They didn't have to do this. But each of the crew members that died is lined up here, and each of the crew members that lived is sitting there staring at their corpses.
What you got? Break time?
Break time?
Yeah, little details.
Now.
Polish.
You got it.
Look at that. Just... And named, yeah. Every one of them's named. Yeah, there's also the dungeons. 2 dungeons, I believe. One dungeon is very clearly something that's supposed to be done after we finish the Koresh MSQ. The other one we could do whenever. But I kind of want to do all that group stuff in a bundle. So I think that's what we'll stick to. By the way, these walking mines are called wildlife removal units. How powerful are the cartels? Actually pretty weak. All things considered, the cartels are probably at one of the weaker places they've been at in a long time. Remember, we've been through the Venture Company already. Like a chipper shredder. Or a buzzsaw. Among other things. I actually have a theory, lol, that part of the reason that Galliwix was able to just kind of move in so smoothly and effortlessly was specifically because we kind of made it easier for him to do so. Yeah, exactly, Kira White Noise. I mean, we've been a catalyst for change since vanilla. Nice place. Yeah, just to enjoy the ambiance for a second. Amusingly, we already, as of this point, and have for years, know the best way to get rid of void corruption, void stuff. And that would be order. And that usually involves a whole lot of arcane energy, usually specifically powered by Titan tech. Now, the real catch is, do we have the function... Like, we have the solution. Can we get the solution down here is the real question. Because that's the real issue. Yeah, this is one of those situations where the issue is logistics, not the source itself. But let's be clear, we probably want to get rid of the old god Gluck that's all over the place in our planet. At some point.
Zerto warned me about you!
Did he? Huh. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's our...
I can't die out here!
Yes, you can. That's our first look at Black Blood-powered tech. A mech which is... It's probably not easy to see, but it probably shouldn't have given us that many issues killing a single mech. A letter from Zerto detailing Pamsy's involvement in the opening of the wall, attracting attention to Gallerwix's Black Blood mining. So prove that Zerto snitched on Pamsy, causing Gothic to attack her engineers. Nice place. I need to give a sound bonus. The audio atmosphere down here, the soundscape. Oof. Also, there's a question over here, but I already said we're going to do these later. I just wanted to point out that it's there, mostly for my own sake.
You're talking to the goblin in charge. Hey, how you doing? Have a good one.
I knew it. Not as good as getting Zerto himself, but we'll catch up to him in the end.
This'll be a snap. What needs fixing?
Here's the plan. If we just freeze the outside, it'll all melt in a bit and go back to normal. We got Olwena. She can target cracks and leaks in the pipe so the coolant can get inside, really muck things up. Since you gathered all the canisters, I think you should get the honor of freezing the pipe solid. Pamsy has a rocket board, and you'll be able to dispense them along the station's key areas.
Do us proud.
The real effort begins now. Let's do it.
I'll join you above and scout the weak points in the pipe.
Loading up the chill burst canisters. Come on.
So, yeah, I've heard the theory that the sword made everything worse in the exact same way that Xavier just mentioned. Here's another thing for you. We didn't have many old god corpses in the earth before we came around. Once again, this might be kind of our fault, because we killed Cthulhu, and we killed Yogg, and we killed N'Zoth, and we got rid of the rest of Yasharaj, and we killed Gahun, if he counts. So, it's possible that all of this stuff wasn't here yet because you know, it wasn't dead. It wasn't putrefied old god flesh. It was just old god tendrils, right? Yeah, and we didn't get rid of the corpses. So...
I can see weak spots in the pipeline. I will mark them.
Oh, dude, I gotta listen to that, Dakota. But yeah, it's... I don't want to say that what we did was wrong, but I think that this is why the Titans decided not to kill the old gods, even though they clearly could have. It's also entirely possible the Titans just weren't prepared to do a more long-term, permanent solution to the situation.
What now?
Ice work! Ah! Gazlo.
That might have been more satisfying than a big explosion.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at my greatsword. I love so many of the weapons from Undermine. Hang on. Here we go. Weapons. Oh, it's not gonna let me see him, is it? It's a little orky. So here's what the one-handed axes look like. One-handed swords look like this, complete with Christmas lights. You can see them there. Maces are... There they go. Looks like I actually don't have a two-handed axe. Yeah. The one I want to show you is actually a glaive, but I don't think there's a way to show that. Here we go. There we go. Yep, yep, yep. Don't mind this, baby. Anyways.
What's up? Have a good one.
These engineers have been through a lot. Let's make sure they're good. Maybe they can shed some light on the Undermine.
Keep it real.
Oh, duh. I didn't even see that. I'm blind. Hang on. There we go. So, yeah, there's actually two types of warglaives. One is this, which is it's just a chunk of metal with rock, with, like, fireworks attached. But the one I really like is this thing. It's a gas-powered chainsaw glaive. This thing looks like it would hurt like hell to be hit by, and also probably impossible to wield. Yeah, exactly, Dakota. And here's the dagger that was mentioned earlier, by the way. Anyways.
What? I'm working.
So Renzik just said Galilix has to be stopped once and for all.
What? I'm working.
These are my friends. They came out here to get away from the backstabbing and infighting and Undermine.
Undermine needs someone looking out for the little guy.
Yeah, unironically, Undermine as of this point in time might be one of the last bastions of people who are dicks in the world. No, seriously, like bit by bit, inch by bloody inch, every major population center has been slowly improving the quality of life for the people who work there. Most notably the people at the bottom. And then there's the Undermine, which we're about to go to.
What now? Beck?
We cannot let black blood spread.
Yeah, I made this joke while we were playing this. Me and my friends were playing through the Undermine. The Undermine is probably the most FF14 quest series in WoW, because we just kind of show up and lead a freaking revolution from word go against the current regime to improve things on an individual and societal level. We don't often do that in Warcraft. Usually we're the wrecking ball that goes through, and, you know, people fix things in our path. This time we're right at the front of this.
Hey, how you doing? Be good. Have a good one.
We've done what we could do here. It's time to go take a look at Undermine. Pamsy's got a contact, a venture goblin named Grimla. We'll start there when we arrive. Let's get Gazlowe and get going. Undermine's not the kind of place you solve with a knife. You need someone like Gazlowe on board for this. You know, builder, leader type. Okay, real quick. I love that dialogue. It's so small, but it says a lot about Renzik. Undermine is not the kind of problem you solve with a knife. We need someone like Gazlowe on board for this, the builder leader type. Now here's the funny thing. I get what he's saying, but he's actually wrong. You need both. If you just had the knife, it wouldn't really fix anything. Other bad people would get involved and take control, like they always do. If you just had the person trying to renovate and try to improve their processes and progress, then you'd probably die. Yeah, exactly. You need both. You need the Shiv, and you need Gazlowe. And us. We're the X Factor here. And I like that. I actually enjoy being the wandering demigod who just kind of walks in and is like, alright, point me where I need to be.
Be good.
Come on, Gazlowe. Let's get going.
Bilgewater on duty.
Gallows can't be trusted with something like black blood. It looks like we got business in Undermine.
You got business in Undermine. I ain't ever going back there.
I thought you were the one who wanted to build a better world for goblins.
Any goblin who wants a better world has already left Undermine, like we did. Look, maybe we can get some others out.
It was their home. They shouldn't have to leave. I gave up everything when I left. Family, friends. I won't make anyone else do that.
All right. We'll take a look around. But I'm not going there to start a war.
Don't you worry. That's my job. And yeah, Kiara White Noise pointed this out a couple of days ago. Obviously, there's a lot of thematic things about trauma and, you know, mental health throughout the War Within, but probably the most consistent thing is that across War Within, almost every person is facing the...
Rocket port if you want. Or meet me up by the rocket drill. I'll get you into Undermine.
Is people facing the void in their own particular ways, right? That's even true with side quests. We've already been through it with Anduin, and honestly quite a few other people as well. With the doors, the earthen.
I got your papers. Just tell her you're with me.
And now we're doing it with Gazlowe.
You got a problem?
So let's get this out of the way. All of the pluses. Okay. Hey, watch where you're walking. In Undermine, we walk around people, not through them. Tourists. Oh, right, I gotta go pay customs. There he is.
I'm listening.
Apparently I don't. Okay, whatever. So... hang on. Let's pause. Customs agent arguing with travelers. More customs agent arguing with travelers.
Hey, over here. Pansy sent word about what happened in the Ring and Deeps. I'm here to get you reacquainted with Undermine.
You're talking to the goblin in charge.
Oh, Brenzick and Pamsy know what they're doing grimly here.
Build?
I've been Undermining so long, I could use the help. What about you, Gaslow?
It hasn't been long enough.
I got you back.
Hey, yeah. I'm Grimla. Welcome to Undermine. Want to get up to speed with the current situation, you come to the right goblin. Pamsy vouched for you, and that's good enough for me. I got a coupon you could use the Incontinental Hotel. Yes, it's called the Incontinental Hotel. Take a ride in Gramps, my hot rod. Come on.
Stay sharp.
Never thought I'd be back here. Better get started.
I have played all of this, Nerzos.
You're gonna want to keep a low profile. Gallywix is not a fan.
I came to fix problems, not make new ones.
Violin, don't be shy. First stop, the Incontinental Hotel. Goblins of all sorts congregate there. It's a great place to get the latest word.
Undermine smells worse than I remember. Was it always this suffocating?
Come on now, old grease and burnt rubber. It smells of home.
This ain't my home. Not
Dim lighting and absolutely no airflow. Perfect.
Excellent. Let's head inside the hotel.
Okay, so I think that's the official. We can pause here for a second moment. Let's go ahead and pause here for a second. Let's do a little bit of a tour. Just a brief tour, okay? We'll do the thorough tour later, all right? So first of all, there's our ceiling up there. I'm not sure what I like best. The hanging lights to be stars, or the crudely painted cardboard clouds. There's also a moon. Hang on, I think that's this guy. Who's this now?
Interesting.
You call this place the Incontinental? Duh, Incontinental, like in the continent? Because we're underground, you get it? You mean intracontinental, right? Oh. Oh. We just had the sign redone.
Time's a wasting.
So I hope you like this kind of noir jazz, because that's the whole zone. So I'm just going to give you a really, really brief tour. First of all, roads. Cars that drift and go extremely fast. In fact, with the proper setup, these cars are actually the fastest thing in the entire game. Even faster than max speed Dragonflight. You probably don't even notice. There's actually a lot of under-the-hood tech that's going on to make this possible. There's actually a huge amount of pop-in happening, but it's all happening very quietly and very subtly as you're zooming along. And of course, you're going over so fast, you're probably not really supposed to notice any of that. Shadows is a big thing. You can really see the shadows kind of pop in as we move. There's also little chunks of nitro all over the place, which allows you to go even faster. Which is the button that I have. Oh, I don't have it unlocked on this character. Right. I was wondering why I couldn't use my zoom. Yeah. So, that's the first thing I want to talk about. Yeah, fast enough you die in real life. Especially since we have no hood and no safety features, and I'm pretty sure we don't have a seatbelt. Anyways. So we've got rough districts, right? So here's the alchemists area down here. You can tell because there's sludge and slimes all over the place. Nice green vibe going on over here. You know what? I know what you want. You want to go golfing, right? So let's go over to the golf course here. Let's go through the trash heap first. Very important. There we go. Alright, let's go golfing. Yeah. Play a couple holes. There we go. The Galagio, of course. Big, obvious thing right there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hang on, hang on. There we go. Big, obvious casino. Of course, the casino is the main fortress of the place. Why wouldn't it be? They have an underground lake, which I would not go into that water, but they've got people lounging out about it, of course. Nice little mariner. This is Bilgewater territory. Fake pine trees, of course. Up here we got a blood sport area. There's actually several blood sport areas around here. Yeah, Izmira Star. How did those eels get there, Izmira Star? Now, obviously I'm giving you a really, really rough overview, but the main thing I want to draw your attention to is even just the overall layout of the place is well designed. First of all, you'll notice most of the roads or thoroughfares are nice, big, wide places, which makes sense because you're going to be driving very fast and drifting a lot. They want you to zoom around. They want you to be going full tilt, and they want you to be having fun getting from point A to point B. Duh, right? Second of all, hang on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah! Ah! Second of all, that. Second of all, what I was going to say. There's nice, big, obvious divisions in districts, right? And each of them is visually distinct and has its own songs, too. So that's awesome. The third thing is, it's not signposting, it's the other thing. Landmarking. Landmarking. So at a glance, this city is so distinct, I don't even have to check my map anymore, because it's just really easy to tell where you are at a given time, because each area just looks distinct from every other area. But the most obvious thing to help do that is that. Right smack dab in the center is the Intercontinental Hotel. Big, obvious, and you can see it from anywhere in the zone, right? So, nice way to orient yourself if you don't have a good sense of direction or you're not sure where you're going at. And for whatever reason, don't want to use the map and don't want to use the mini-map. Now, I know that sounds like I'm being facetious, but I'm really not. Having a nice, big, obvious landmark is good design. It's good geographic design. It helps with general navigation, and it helps to keep yourself centered, especially since there's actually another landmark, too. Now, you can't see the other landmark from everywhere, but it's what I just mentioned. The casino over there. Which is the only thing about as tall as the Intercontinental Hotel. It's also glowing purple. Yeah, Dalaran does this exact same thing with the Central Tower, which they added for Legion. That's worth noting. So even just at a basic gameplay level, this place is nicely laid out and fun and interesting to navigate. And that's before we get into the specifics of things like what they did with the cars. Whoops! What? Okay, that's going to happen a couple of times. I'm going to be real with you. There's actually a way to really tease this out. Like, you can min-max the hell out of this stupid car. It's insane. Oh, yeah, there's also the pipes. And like I said, I love that skybox. I love that stupid skybox. This place is so dense and so detailed, we're probably going to give positives on a per-region basis. For now, let's go ahead and just move forward. I just kind of wanted to give you the quick overview there. Like, the doodad density of this city is shocking. I think it's actually the highest density of doodads I've ever seen. In any game, ever. It's absolutely bonkers. In fact, hang on, real quick, before we move on. Just one thing, right? Let me show off my favorite little detail. Everyone has their favorite detail. Anybody in chat, you want to share your favorite detail? My favorite detail is down here somewhere. Might be the next floor up. Nope, there. Is that it? Is that it? Yep, this is it. This is it right here. This is my favorite detail right here. Someone set up a little private... It's kind of hard to even show it off. A private little hideaway here. So, they've got a little thing of rope. There's a book. There's one of those porn novels. They've got some drink. They've got a football. Nice place to sit. Good poster of a sexy lady. And this is just someone's little hideaway. Some goblin somewhere just kind of hangs out behind this little wall and just kind of chills, right? Come on. Oh, jeez. Come on. Am I too short? Oh my god, I might be too short. There we go. There's so much. There's so much. Yeah, it's the dense... This is what I mentioned earlier. I talked about how... they actually split this place up into multiple people, and each person just like was like, I'm going to make this here, I'm going to make this here, and everyone just kind of part and parceled out the city, claimed spots, and then did whatever they want to do with that spot. And that's how you get this level of density and this level of variety. This had to have taken months. This had to have taken months to put together. Just the doodaddy. Just putting together the visual pieces. Nothing else. Yeah, the food lines. Anyways. Sorry. Ahem. Forgive me for gushing. What am I hearing? I remember the Goblin Batman. I don't remember where he is, but I remember him. Sorry. I never found out what I was hearing. But I found a stink bug in my freaking closet, and I had to deal with that. Okay, let's talk to everyone. Who am I talking to? People upstairs, downstairs? What are we doing? What are we doing?
What's the news?
Well, it's funny you say that, Dream Whisper, because you can't tell, of course, but that window has a screen on it. The screen is not open, right? So, how the hell did it get in here? Ahem. Why would I choose a cartel to work with? Why wouldn't you want to? You get to make a name for yourself. The trade princes won't forget what you've done for them. Yeah, but like... I'm already super exalted. Double checking that. Well, I didn't finish Dark Fuse because they nerfed the way to farm that. I'm still mad about that.
Well, well, well.
Shipping and handling is the best of the best when it comes to employers in Undermine. And we're not Dark Fuse affiliated, so you don't gotta sacrifice your morals working for Gallywix. What kind of jobs do you do? Mostly delivery. Comes with a nice ride as a perk. If you make a name for yourself, I'll be in touch.
I'll miss you.
Alright. Already. Oh my god. Let's ignore all that. You might be friends with trade princes or cartels on the outside, but it's a whole different game in Undermine. We all start at the bottom, but trust me, pal, it'll be worth it. Will it? Oh my god. Look. Look. Housing decor. Something I really want that I don't already have. Looks like no. I mean, I'm gonna buy these. I'm gonna buy these right now.
I'll be waiting.
Hemp. I just realized their last name is Top Skimmer.
What's shaking, pal?
I don't know, Xavier.
See you around.
I'm gonna pick up some of these dungeon and delve quests while I'm here.
Time's a wasting.
There we go.
What's the damage?
So I got a coupon. Ah, the coupon isn't even expired.
Situation right now with Gallywix and the Dark Fuse.
This hotel is the best of the best. It's centrally located, isn't full of nasty Dark Fuse thugs, and we keep the Croach population de-escalated. Rooms are full, but we got Hearthstones.
Watch yourself.
Dim lighting and absolutely no airflow. Perfect day for a race.
We do things different. Bilgewater's gotten it worse than the other cartels.
I need to get to the Bilgewater. These Dark Fuse have me worried.
Next stop, Tailgate Park. Bilgewater Cartel used to be in charge there, but Gallywix had other plans. Now the Dark Fuse act like they own the place, and the Bilgewater, well, they do the best they can. I'm not sure who runs it now, if anyone does.
Next stop, Tailgate Park. All aboard! Dark Fuse kinda took over Tailgate Park.
I left Laszlo Overbite in charge. I need to talk to him.
Gazlo. They killed him.
I remember things being bad. But this is worse than expected.
Yeah, this whole sequence is straight out of a GTA game. So, if you remember, during my brief tour earlier, this is the only area with openly hostile mobs everywhere. Now, I actually kind of like the inversion here. Of the various quadrants here, right? You've got down here, which is the sludge area, it's fine. We've got the trash heap and all this, it's fine. We've got the Bilgewater area, that's fine. But the place that's supposed to be the safe spot is actually the most hostile. because of the fact that it's the place that was targeted specifically by Gazlowe. So it's got Darkfuse thugs all over the place. I applaud that for making a degree of sense. And it's not like you don't still have a safe haven, gameplay-wise.
There you are.
They look up to Gazlowe. Maybe you folks showing up will give him a little hope.
That's what it is.
I'm not a violent gal by nature, but there are a lot of Darkfuse out there, and they're already hassling the locals. They won't like you guys asking questions. You want to keep your friends safe? You want to put the locals in better spirits? Probably be best if they're a whole lot less Darkfuse. If you catch my meaning.
Where you off to?
What's the holdup?
Undermine swallows everything that's good. Now I got Laszlo. Need to find out who's in charge now and figure how to keep him safe. I think I know what to start asking.
Get out there and get to it.
I need to see it with my own eyes.
I'll stay with our ride, in case we need a quick escape.
What?
Something gotta be done about the Darkfuse. Bilgewater can't go on like this.
Not so loud. It'll only make things worse.
It might have to get worse to get better.
Congrats, this Minister. By the way, all the NPC names here are defeated Bilgewater.
I'm on it.
My brother Laszlo did his best for Bilgewater. Why don't you remind me of what happened so far?
Get it.
Undermine deserves better. Gallywix has got to go. Who's with me?
All right. I'm busy. Meaning, if I'm here with you, something more lucrative isn't being done. So, what is it you want?
I'll tell you what we want, Gallywix. We've had enough of your meddling. And you as boss. We want a new deal.
Hear that, Ugg? A new deal. And you all feel the same way, huh? You, Revel Gaz? Nikki? Noggin Fogger?
No. Marin.
No? So really, it's just you. Laszlo Overbite. Just a little guy from my former operation a long time ago. Gazlowe put you up to this. That dirty, stinking rat! I'd ask you to stick around, but we got real business. You understand? Ugh, show our guest out.
Black Blood Gun.
Meeting adjourned.
I see you are already making good use of the black blood.
Zalatath, nice to see you. What brings you here?
It has been some time. Is everything proceeding as planned?
The repairs have been more challenging than expected. The costs alone
are irrelevant.
Of course. I just need more time.
Do not disappoint me.
Don't you worry. I won't.
I love everything about that cutscene. My personal favorite detail is he walks in completely in charge, right? Power move. Casual, willing to give people a thing. Effortlessly murders a cartel prince, by the way. Just for the hell of it. Until Zalatath shows up, and he immediately is just, oh, ha, ha. Ooh, yeah, hi. Yeah, he goes straight from being on top to being right under her boots. No parallel intended there. Yeah. Because, let's be clear, at the end of the day, Gallywix is actually a small fish. Oh, he matters for the goblins and he matters for Undermine, but Gallywix is nobody. We've dealt with zone bosses that are a bigger deal than Gallywix. Zalatath is a global threat. Yeah, I will also give Gallywix this credit. He does understand that he is way smaller of a fish than she is. I agree with something, I think it was Asmiristar mentioned during that cutscene. One of the biggest mistakes Gallywix ever made was dealing with her. In all honesty, if he had just decided to chill, just sit on his throne, there's a non-zero chance he would still be alive. Let's just put it bluntly. Because he decided to screw around. And that he started working with Zalatath. And that meant him working with the Black Blood. And that got people desperate. And that got people invested. And that got people crying out for help. That got our attention. And now we're here. And that really is, like, I'd like to point out how stupid that is. But God, it's so appropriate for someone whose primary thing is being modeled directly after a typical CEO, a real-life CEO, because that is so true in so many cases in so many companies. They cannot just leave well enough alone when they're on top. They have to push, and basically every time that doesn't go well for them. In this case, the lure was access to Black Blood weaponry. Ugh. That's what he saw in it. He wanted to be uncontested at the top, which is funny, because again, he already was. No, exactly off the deep end. That's exactly the point. He already had too much. Way too much. He wanted more. Yes, Nero says. Bobby Kotick. An evil man. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. You know, one of those things where it's never 100% no really officially confirmed because of fear of, like, legal reprisal? They've never officially no really 100% confirmed that it's Bobby Kotick. Anyways.
Which side you on?
Why don't you run things now? No way, I got a daughter. Galax would have no problem going after her. Oh my god. It's been a slippery slope with Gallywix. He manipulated a lot of Laszlo's friends, forcing Laszlo to go along with some awful deals. I have vetoed the game immediately, Colgrim, as a result of that trailer. Laszlo stood up to Gallywix, but you know how that ended. That's when the Doc Fuse came. Nobody stepped up to lead us since that night.
Watch it out there.
Laszlo, how could Gallywix do this?
Because no one stopped him, was Renzik's response to that, by the way. Yeah, it's telling when Warhammer isn't that gross. Like, what the crap, people? I could go more in depth into all that. I could, but honestly, let's just summarize. The trailer being that gross means the game's probably going to be that gross, which means I'm good. I'm happy for them that they're making the game they want to make. After all, Baldur's Gate 3 already was pretty far down the gross meter, if you remember. They're hilariously edgy.
Bilgewater can't go on like this. Not so loud.
It's actually probably my biggest complaint about Baldur's Gate 3.
Hey, it might have to get worse to get better.
Nice work. Bilgewater get to sleep a little easier. Maybe feel like they got a little payback for that old boss.
Don't break anything I wouldn't.
Keep it real.
At least no single goblin is Gallywix's next target. For now. That'll give us time to deal with the Black Blood. And we can figure out how to get my people out of Gallywix's grasp.
Yep, looks like we've got work to do.
We're heading to my home turf next. It's next to the heaps. Venture Company is mostly on board for Gallywix. There's a lot of top brass are as dirty as him. Watch your step. But there are some good folks there too, like Pamsy and her crew. Little guy at Venture gets it rough. Everyone thinks Adventure is just the baddies. No one thinks after them, but I gotta try, right? Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, game. I've only been killing you and your people for literally 20 years.
Where you off to? Last stop, the heaps. My home turf.
He's infected every part of the city. The cartels ain't even standing up for themselves.
That's the spirit. As they say, there is no rain in Undermine. Isn't really a sun either. Hey, Nikki! Venture works for Gallywix now. Why a Dark Fuse here?
'Cause Dark Fuse keeps you nobody's in line.
I told you to use the manifold. Do what you gotta. You can't treat our own crew like this, Nikki.
I ain't like you. I'm at the big table. I'm going places. You're the one who gets to stick around and mop up this mess.
So I mentioned I've had a theory that's actually a very recent theory for me. It's one I've developed this year. I think that the thugs are the problem with human society, really. It's easy to point at the ultra-rich because, you know, they're horrible human beings, but I've said this before, I'll say it again. The ultra-rich wouldn't get away with jack if people just said no. In other words, Gallywix is a terrible person, But it's little people like Nikki, the thugs, who are more than willing to go along with whatever he wants to do, that make things actually bad. If I could use another direct comparison here, during the cutscene we just saw, during the cutscene we just saw, who actually killed Laszlo? Oh, don't mistake me. Gallywix gets blamed for that. But at the same time, the one who pulled the trigger was some thug with a gun.
Venture was always a rough job, but it seemed better before Gallywix came to town.
Yeah, exactly, off the deeper end. And that's one of the things, I do like that they show this, that, as weird as this may sound, Gallywix is certainly the problem, but he's not the only problem. Like, this whole freaking town has plenty of people who are willing to go along with it because it's a paycheck, or because it lets them oppress other people, or because they're diseased, or because they're damaged, or because maybe they just like having that little ounce of power, or maybe they just don't give a crap, or whatever. There's actually a lot of reasons for a thug to be a thug, but at the end of the day, they're all thugs. And I say that word as an insult, to be very clear.
Grimlaw sent you? She's a good one.
Plenty of nice people down here, too, it's worth noting.
Venture sells out, and all we get is 20-hour shifts.
Whoa. I don't even work 20-hour shifts. Me.
Nikki wants a shortcut to the top, but we do all the work for it.
What's the problem?
You did good by those goblins. Nikki brings the chaos, and not the fun way.
Gallywix's arrival brought out the worst in some goblins.
I don't think Gallywix gives a crap about sustainability, as we talked about earlier.
Wow, look who it is.
Well, that was rough. Worse, those Darkfuse spy copters saw everything. Feels like we can't get away from all the spies, don't it? Last thing Venture needs is Gallywix thinking these workers ain't loyal because they got caught on footage during one of Nikki's tantrums. We don't want a repeat of what happened to my last crew. Go take the footage from the spy copter. They usually lurk around the workshops. Or just follow some Venture workers around.
Oh, and I was gonna chat all day.
I don't want to go too much down what is very clearly a polemic rabbit hole, but let me just say I agree with Off the Deeper End that a lot of... maybe I shouldn't say a lot of. Let me not be exaggerative. Too many people in law enforcement are thugs. And I think that at least part of the problem here in the States is that the barrier to entry to becoming, for example, a cop is through the floor. Like, it's ridiculously easy to sign up. And for a more recent example, look at what ICE is requiring to join them. Yeah, I don't think that's polemic at that point off the deeper end. I think that's just a fact. Just, yeah. Thugs. Like I said, I think it's still the realm of theory, if I'm being honest with myself, but I think thugs are kind of the real problem. Like, if you had to pick one thing. So anyways, Undermine, right? I want to at least finish this tour before I chop off for lunch. So a lot of the goblins here have things they say as they're dying. Pretty normal thing, right? Dying quote is a old standard in RPGs. Hang on. Several of the goblins say things like, "I thought I'd finally get out." We talked about multiple possible motivations for why you'd become a thug. Well, there's one of them. Make enough money now to get out of the game completely, and no longer be at the bottom of the barrel. Right, by the way, there's no flight down here. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about that. It's a shame Huthor isn't here to hear me actually, for the first time ever, praise the absence of flight in an area. Let's not talk about that yet. We haven't unlocked the full functionality of the car. In fact, technically, we haven't unlocked the car at all yet.
What needs fixing?
I'm better than breaking bad machines for a good cause.
Off you go, then.
The less dirt Gallowix has, better.
Do what you gotta.
I have never seen a place like this.
Wait till you see Uptown.
Yeah, by the way, picture being a druid down here. There's life. You know, there's dirt. There's algae. That's as far as I'm willing to go on that. There's vermin. Yeah.
Speak to me.
While you were getting familiar with the state of Undermine, I have been tracking our prey. The presence of black blood is everywhere, hidden behind noisy distractions. But the city cannot fool me. I discovered a black blood shipment at a place called Hovel Hill, but there are machines guarding it. We should go together.
Perhaps we'll meet again. I caught the scent of black blood in a small storehouse. We must hurry.
I have more deliveries. I'll be in touch.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
See you around, Gremlin. Oh man, I would not want to talk to animals in a city.
And absolutely no airflow.
Okay, hang on. I need this quest to go away.
I'll miss you.
Real quick. I still don't have the boost. That's actually funny. I'm gonna have to do this without the boost. Oh yeah, by the way, the races are back, and they're actually, if you can believe it, like, better? They're awesome. We're not reviewing this yet. I'm just doing this to get rid of the frickin' spam. The World Quest spam. Don't worry, we'll do these later. Like, these are at least on the level of the Amirdrasil races, I would say. And by memory, those are the best races in the game. There we go. I got a silver without any boost. That's weird. See you right off the deeper end.
Oh, Wayne, you didn't have to knock him out.
He was going to take the black blood.
We don't need to question him. Just take a look around. So, I love this lineup here. So we've got the vehicle the guy was going to use, the crate with the black blood he was going to carry, the courier himself, who is currently being trapped completely by vines, and anti-ethereal units. Interesting. Ethereals and Undermine. We gotta tell Illyria. I'll watch Gazlo and keep him out of trouble. So the thing here says, don't worry about the bots at the pickup. Last guy spotted an ethereal watching us, and it ain't the first. These bots will make sure no one gets the drop on you. So we're checking the shipping labels here. Possible ethereal accomplice spotted. Alert! Alert!
We get things done.
Tracking the shipments could show us who's using them. Checking any labels or letters. I think I stunned all the defenses. They'll leave us be.
Nice jet.
Baron Revelgaz is shipping black blood around the city? And he's paranoid about ethereals. Well, I got questions and he's got answers.
It's lonely at the top.
No doubt about it. These shipments have Blackwater cartel written all over them. Literally, the black blood comes in here and then Blackwater takes it to somewhere in the city by the couriers. So, if we want to find out where to go, we go right to the top. Baron Revelgaz. Grimla mentioned Revelgaz had a temporary setup here in Havel Hill. Let's go pay him a visit. The ethereal thing will have to wait.
Nice jet.
That crate of black blood had Blackwater labels all over it. Let's pay Revelgaz a visit.
No! Whoop, whoop,
Hey, look, we're all friends here.
But you're working for the bad guys.
Trouble? What's the trouble?
What's going on with the ethereals? I only heard whispers about the ethereals and Undermine ghost stores that make the delivery guys jumpy. Extra security didn't hurt nobody. Why is this your temporary home? All I've done is work with Gallowix, but the Dark Fuse squatted in the Blackwater Mariner anyway. I got sick of them watching my every move, so a new place gave me a bit of freedom. So who controls Havel Hill? No one controls Havel Hill. The goblins with no cartel ties live there. And any cartel goblins that don't, but have digs in one of the cartel areas. Alright, so we found evidence you're transporting black blood. You make it sound like you committed a crime. We all gotta find ways to survive under Gallywix's tyranny. Where's the black blood going?
You're my pals, but it's Undermine. You want something, you give something. Set sail. Find your fortunes.
The Dark Fuse are moving into Havel Hill. Same thing they did at the Blackwater Mariner. Once they move in, they start pushing the locals around. Sometimes they just make them go away. It ain't right. I want to fight back, but my hands are tied. If an outsider showed up and started making trouble, well, that'd be a different story.
Fair weather and steady seas.
They call them recruitment posters, but that aren't all they're there for. They're there to remind everyone the Dark Fuse are in charge and can do whatever they want. If me or one of the locals rip them down, it goes bad for us, but the Dark Fuse hate you anyway. If you torch the posters, I'll owe you one.
Be on your way now.
Renzik and I'll stay with Revelgaz. We got catching up to do.
Everyone here works for a bigger fish. And you can't just spill secrets. Smuggly confidentiality, yeah? Loose lips sink ships. Like I couldn't, for old time's sake, tell you that I just leave the stuff at a depot in the heaps.
And we wouldn't ask. I like Revelgaz for what it's worth. He's one of those weird ones. This is actually the kind of trope you only really see in fiction. Someone who is, by all accounts, not a good person, but not that bad of a person, if that makes any kind of sense. You know the type, right? Oftentimes they tend to be allies of the good guys because the bad guys are so much worse than anything they're doing, right? Yeah, exactly. Even evil has its standards. And yeah, Revelgaz is a pirate. We actually talked about the distinction of that because there's actually quite a few pirate groups in Warcraft. Most of them are pirates. The only group that qualifies as pirates is the Bloodsails, and even they have a steadying hand on the rudder in order to make sure they don't get too bad. We've still got noggin fodder to deal with. Wow. Hey look, there's an infiltrator. Selling explosives. Like nothing but explosives. Look at his stock. Look at his stock. Landmine, explosive barrel, fireworks, TNT, fireworks, another landmine, soda, TNT, TNT, rope. Fuel, there's a gas bomb over there. Or fuel bomb, whatever they call that. The soda is explosive. In flavor! I don't know. That's true as Miristar. Revelgaz was trying to shake down a Drake. And then, you know, Senegos was like, no. Oh yeah, here's the orphanage.
Welcome to the best place ever.
It's actually more well appointed than you'd think a place like this would be, but whatever. Why didn't you just eat him? The big what's, sorry. Oh, those are hobgoblins. We don't have a lot of lore for them. Hobgoblins have kind of moved into the same space, like thematically, narratively, that the ogres used to sit in. Because they've been developing the ogres a lot over the years, bit by bit. Hobgoblins are just dumb. That's their characterization. They're big, they're strong, they're dumb. By the way, Gallowix employs a lot of hobgoblins. I might be using the wrong term. I'm pretty sure these are hobgoblins. Let me double check myself that. Hang on. I'm kind of tired and I have a headache. And I'm hungry. I might be wrong. Nope, I'm right. Hobgobbos. And yeah, we have no, like, backstory or history for where they came from exactly. I remember something somewhere mentioned, like, they used to be goblins. And then, you know, alchemy turned them into that. But that's... how true that is something that's debatable. Let's put it that way. Yeah, probably on purpose as Miristar. Sometimes visual storytelling is accidental. I don't think that's the case down here. This is Undermine. And yes, I'll be lunching, pausing, sooning. We'll get to the next leg of the quest, then we'll pause there.
Oh, look what the sea threw in.
If I had a few more like you, I wouldn't have lost the marina.
Keep an eye out for squalls, huh? Set sail.
May not keep Darkfuse out, but at least Hobble Hill's a little nice without the Darkfuse garbage on the walls. Like I said, I owe you one.
Be on your way now. Yo!
Blackwater's just one step on the journey, and they have to keep stuff like this moving. Revelgas has his people take it from the station, hide it for a bit, deliver it to the drop sites. Drop sites change, but the current one is the depot and the heaps. Better check it out. Go see where the Black Blood goes from there. He says it's guarded, so look for us near the edge.
Have a good one.
I don't like this. I'm getting a closer look.
Don't start too much trouble. I don't want any blowback from this.
Revelgas, you have no idea what we're about to do. And yep, that's taking us down to the heaps. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here for now. I'm going to go grab some lunch. I might lay down for a bit because, like I said, I have a headache. I'll see you for more in a bit.